you're right, Wolf. They are going to be leaning into Ryzel. This is one of the few signature picks where he is just stable on and really knows how to like press an advantage. But that's the thing. That's when you start seeing, okay, early game, you're seeing Modest, early game, Bruno, early game, Fulvius. He's kind of there, I guess, right?
He's there.
He's there. Do you want him in the mid lane? Do you want him in the EXP lane? Do you put him into the EXP lane? He's going to be like out of the fights for a good amount of time.
Yeah. Hey, here's some Malaysian pride, right? So far, there's only 2 Maniacs recorded in M5 group stage, and it's from our Malaysian teams.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta get down with the sickness. Wow, it's just, it feels good to have at least something going for us.
Well, there's more than that, you know?
Hey man, I don't know, the last couple of M series did us dirty. I'm gonna tell you that, man. Even MSC wasn't that great. MPLI, woo, not great, not great.
Hey, you're in a new era now, according to what's happening over there, right? And even from Mars and Shamilo earlier, we're in a new era. We'll see if they can continue onward, and you can have more to be proud of.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna, write off the C game pills. You know? I'm just C game pilled. That's it. That's all I'm going for. But let's look at the second half of the bans, right? Farm is the Valentina. Oh, they also get rid of the Lithia and the Arlet for the side of DEVU.
There's a massive chance they pick up something like along the lines of a Minotaur or Tigreal or Hilda actually for HomeBois. Just be into the front lines because that's what they need. To go with the Martis, you want someone aggressive. Maybe Cho actually. Yeah. Well,
wipe out all the injustice in the world.
I don't know if you called that before I heard the wah, or you're just that smart.
I needed to say the word maybe. That's my weakness right there.
I'm learning how to be an analyst over here. I'm observing very well.
Yep. Trying to get the timings right.
I think you want to go Claude instead because you're well protected anyways. Look at the protection that you have from DEVU. At the same time, the easier option is Ixia because it's great versus the Bruno.
Yeah, you just lay down the full barrage at that point with a Terizla and a Minotaur.
Right, especially, and then you can increase hitbox sizes. You can start peeling really well.
Yeah, Brody. By the way, I forgot about the Brody because they use that actually a lot in these situations. But what's that? Beatrix. Oh, Bayanova. Okay. Novatrix combo. That's what they want.
Yeah, Novatrix. And there's the response. Paquito.
Oh, yes. Yes. It's good to see that at least for Sapat. Wait, I don't know if he's going to get. Wait, which one is he going to get? Okay. Sapat is going to be getting the Paquito in the EXP lane. Is one of his own signature picks. But again, this is one of those few matchups where it's like there's no real winning against the Terizla. It's same like Terizla versus Benedetta. You don't expect to die in it. It's just wave clear and then rotate.
Whenever it's that matchup, I'm always like, Paquito's literally just punching a wall. Like he's training for the wall, and then eventually, he's basically gonna split off, and then you'll see if he's able to pop off from there. But again, real quick, Wolf, take us through this breakdown for these lineups.
The Paquito will be the counter to the Beatrix. It's very traditional. If you dial back M3, that was the pick to go with the Beatrix. It still is. And you have that additional the tech that you can actually split push. Because looking at Terizla and Minotaur, the Var, all these stuff that you combine together, there's no actual split push apart from the Nolan, which in a way is counterproductive. You don't want the Nolan to be visible in the lanes, actually, particularly the long lane. Once the Nolan appears there, you can take the objectives. Well, so that's the tech pick.
We'll find out if they're able to pull it off here. It's come down to this, the best of one between HomeBois and DEUSVULT. Who's going to come out on top here? Both these lineups very different, even from the previous 2 games. We'll see how it all unfolds.
All right, here we go. As we get into it, it's going to be Magister starting off on his purple buff as tradition, but more importantly, forced out to use his Retribution by Zorn. On the other end, we do see that GB started on his own purple buff and will end up on that top side. I've noticed that it has been pretty interesting in a couple of these matchups at the very least that, HomeBois had sort of been kind of leaning into minimizing Kid Bomba, and he has been continued to perform every single time, but now it might be a little different.
If they're able to establish, let's say, early game, right, in terms of having a Nolan, and you can start building that up, start building the momentum early on, I feel like that is going to be troublesome for HomeBois, but that's why I like the fact that you have a Paquito locked in, right? Usually, when we talk about this Bruno pick, it takes a while to build up. You can already see Magister.
He's timing it. He wants to get in. Oh, close. This time, for the first time in a long time, Zorn not giving first blood.
Well, that's the Nolan. Like the
But the
like
pressure.
players would say. Like it's pretty easy to do. And I think that if you play the Nolan, you'll understand. It's just how it is for some of the newly introduced heroes.
Yeah, you just push buttons and
He's
then all
strong.
of a sudden you do damage.
Yep.
I love it.
That's what you're saying. He's strong.
He's strong.
He's kind of good. He's kind of good. But look at this three-man gank on top side against Kid Bomba. It looks like he couldn't respond in time. Ooh, perfectly laid out Astra's eye coming in from the side of Warlord. But now GB might be in some trouble. Wait, no! Oh, he gets sniped at the very end. That's so sad. He just got the trigger Quantum Charge to get that little chunk of health back, but Sunset Lover said no.
My goodness. You saw the pathing coming out from the Novaria didn't even appear in the map. That's why Chibi just walked naturally towards his base, not even trying to dodge. I was surprised they could get from Sunset Lover.
Yeah, and now they're going to be starting... Oh, they're going to be starting the Turtle. Chibi is a level down on Magister, but the problem is that Magister is kind of chunked. He recently got his purple, and now they're going back and forth here, but Chibi, he's like, yeah, whatever. I'm just going to clear my entire jungle side on the bot and quickly make my way over to this Turtle.
Great reset. We've seen... I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, Magister's level 6, so that's a great reset coming out from Kid Bomba.
Yeah, we'll see again who is able to claim this first objective. Both teams kind of getting in position where they can, but yeah, Magister was kind of low. Not sure if he actually wants to get in. Oh, hold on.
Oh, interesting. Magister, he's already chunked out thanks to the help of Warlord. And now, wait, GB, he's also low. Oh, the kick coming in from Zora to save his life. Kid Bomba, unfortunately, all his efforts were paid off with the help of Sunset Lover once again finding the kill. This is not turning out well for either one of these junglers, but still, nobody seems to be able to take this first turtle of the game successfully. Here comes Magister. He should be able to get it. Kid Bomba secures it, and now they back off into their lanes.
Yeah. That's because Magister didn't have the retribution. But DEVU, I mean, Kid Bomba, this is one of his signature heroes. I mean, as good as Lapu Lapu was, this there is even better. You see the timing and obviously Sawo just committing the flicker to pave the way for the penalty zone. It seems like typically the Minoan Fury is like the big ticket ultimate, but this time it's just a setup for the even bigger ultimate, which was the penalty zone.
Yeah, you follow that through, and again, the fact that you have a Novaria on top of it to provide you with a vision, you know, the hitboxes like you mentioned earlier, Gideon, you know, the whole kit itself really complements this whole lineup. And that's not even to talk about later on, right, when Carvey is where he needs to be. So really, for HomeBois, you've got to be in a position to withstand some of this early aggression.
Speaking of which way, the Dragon committed on Sawo, Minoan Fury, but again, they're able to dodge it. Sawo ends up falling down, and now Warlord is committing pretty hard onto Magister's side, but he's not going to keep going underneath the tier 2. Ryzel walking past the tier 1. He doesn't care about the plates no more. He's going to quickly take care and proxy these minions and quickly hop on over to clear up that lane.
Oh, this is a good invade if they will eventually get it. No retribution for Chibi. Magister is here with his own retribution, so they just give up the fight and just get out.
Yeah, especially with Kid Bomba nearby. Zoran continuing to just give that information time and time again. Beatrix going to go for the recall for the time being, and back to the lanes they go.
Well, that's what I was saying, right? Like, at some point, with the momentum being built on early on, as long as HomeBois has a response, so far it seems like they do for the most part, and that's also keeping tabs on Ryzel, right? Keeping him alive, letting it farm up the way that he needs to match up later on. Sunset Lover already having these 2 kills on this Novaria will help him scale up pretty quickly here, right? So you got to play around that. Next turtle is coming up in just a couple seconds here, so the positioning is going to be crucial here for HomeBois.
Look at Subot as he's trying to be annoying against Magister. If he can force the retribution, that'd be great, but here comes the penalty zone. Subot forced the flicker out, and now Magister is going to go for the chase. He uses his ultra. Oh my goodness! Just another one. Sunset Lover does not miss, but HomeBois will take full advantage and take away the turtle in the meantime.
They did get the big objective, the neutral objective, the second turtle, but they are losing on like EXP. Magister's level 9, might get the level 10 if he gets a kill at the Warlord, which Kid Bomba is just managing so well. No dash is given at all.
Oh! He dashes right at the last second. He needs to maintain this. No! The animation is too slow. Sunset Lover continue to be a nuisance in the mid lane falls. And now down by bot side, Ryzel, he's getting chunked out. Zorn managing to get the kill onto Magister's side, even with the penalty zone being committed by Kid Bomba.
Man, okay. Massive play coming out from Warlord. He dodged and eventually dies, but he spent so much of the time of DEVU. While that happens, Chibi able to push the mid lane. I like that play coming out from Chibi. they're winning the macro this time. And in fact, because of those little things adding up together, now GB is strong enough to kind of be pressuring Kid Bomba.
Yeah, oh, here we go. Zorn getting on top of Carv, but he doesn't have the... Oh, wait, actually, he does have the Way of the Dragon, just didn't want to commit to it just yet. Rather interesting, but now we see that Subbot continuing to be a nuisance for this team, just proxying the waves constantly.
Yeah, and with that, so that's already the 2 turrets down for HomeBois. The macro level is really what they're after for. Even if they have to give up, some of their bodies here and there to, allow them to get that advantage, that's where they start to choke out some of these resources and lead into that next turtle, right? Because they know also, hey, Magister needs some of these buffs, right, to really be competitive, and that's what they're going for.
Yep, and here we go. Warlord already starting things off pretty strong. I mean, the Demonic Force is really starting to hurt here. Even Kid Bomba having to commit to the penalty zone was kind of nice, but at the end of the day... Oh, wait, hold on. Sawo getting into the little fight. Warlord now in some trouble. Demonic Force comes out with him. The Owen Fury is going to slow them down. Combo with Carv. The damage is more than enough. Warlord's dead. HomeBois are on the run. This time, Sunset Lover allowing Zorn to get away with this, making predictions for the Tribe Rush instead of the traditional path.
No purple for Magister. Chibi does have the... not actually the level advantage!
Oh, penalty zone as well as a Flicker committed. Magister wants the full combination! And he manages to help with the help of Kid Bomba. Still able to get the kill. Chibi in trouble. He goes down. Carvey says no more. I'm done with this. Goodbye. 2 for nothing in favor of DEUSVULT.
Oh no, Sabat, he's hungry, but he's gonna get cut off here.
Yep. Way of the Dragon being committed on towards Magister's side. Subbot looks for the kill. Good comms so far. But that means that Carvey just has to sit back and watch his jungler die.
Yeah, I think honestly, DEVU are gonna be very happy about that. Oh, with all due fairness, Magister got the kill and a lot of levels to go with that, so that's not too bad at all. But now the problem is the turtle transformed into a lord.
You're seeing the struggle of Nolan, right? Like, this is the thing, and why a lot of these teams that decide to draft him, hold on.
All right, so God.
The Owen Fury already out there getting on top of Ryzel. They're so close. Kid Bomba manages to pull through. Good comms as Chibi takes out Kid Bomba as well as Sawo, decimating each and every one of them. Kid Bomba and Sawo have just been on it, man. But dang.
They're playing like a fighting game where they juggle like airborne, the air combo.
Air combo.
Eventually, Ryzel taken out, and big props to Sunset Lover as well, landing the ultimate. Because the thing is, you're slowed so much, about 80% when you get hit first by the Astral Echo. And that means that no matter what happens, the Terizla as well as the Minotaur will be able to catch up. So that's also a very important tech that you have to think about when you're playing against DEVU.
Interesting fact, M-Series. This game 1 of this series tied M1 Grand Finals, RQ versus EVOs. 54 total kills.
Wow.
Talk about a bloodbath.
Yep.
And right now, the fight for this Lord,
yep.
We'll see exactly how it's executed. Once again, the struggle here for Magister is to get in positioning and deal with Zorn.
Here we go, and Warlord jumps on, and instantly 2 members die straight away. Nicely played by Sawo. They committed 4 ultimates to make that call, but in the meantime, the HomeBois were able to take the Lord away. Talk me economics here. Was that worth it? Was it not really worth it here?
Not worth it for HomeBois. They will lose their mid lane turret. Fortunately, there is the split push for Sepat. And I think, it's generally not worth it because they're not going to be able to use the Lord anyways.
I don't know about this. This is starting to... Like, initially I would agree with you, but eventually if DEVU don't do anything, they're about to, at the very least, lose a bit of... Okay, there's the explosion.
Yep.
Second wave is coming in, and that's when DEUSVULT are going to collapse on it. And Subbot, he's got to be careful, right? He's seeing the Star Shatters come out.
Yeah, he's got the information here. But, ultimately, it's just... Typically the first Lords, you try to get something when you can, but really you're working against the macro that was set up from HomeBois earlier. And referencing the previous game, that's what we talked about when it came to those later Lords, right? It was the macro setup that they did in the lanes to allow themselves to have some of that advantage to transition and rotate properly. And that's basically what they're doing here as well.
Oh, here we go. Once again, Zorn looking to instigate war once more. With the Astral Echoes, there's going to be just a bit of information. At least they kind of know what's going on. Subbot, good double heavy left hand to make sure that it's difficult for Magister to look for the big one-shot.
be close. I think that at this point we cannot even like think about like the gold lead advantage, right? I think it's between levels. So Chibi is level 14, Magister is still level 14. This is one thing about Nolan. No matter what happens, you are able to farm. The thing is, he's farming some of the lanes, which means that he takes away some farm from Carvey. However, Carvey's usage of the Bennett's range actually pretty good.
Yep.
Oh, Chibi!
Might be.
Huh?
Coil, second
What?
half of it. Oh,
GB?
he uses it. Now he's gone. Sunset Lover finds the kill. A mistake coming out from the HomeBois' jungler. Oh, what such bad timing as well.
What was that? He didn't get through the wall, right?
No, I mean, he got it at the very end, but still, though, I mean, I think he just thought that it was one of the thinner walls, so
Yes,
that half
exactly,
the animation
exactly.
would have gotten him through, but only until it completed the first half of the animation was he able to kind of get that initial hop.
That is a massive outplay. I mean, what they wanted to do was to take the purple buff out again, and every time that Magister has a purple buff, that's a kill threat. It's just like, just how it is. Trizel will always be in a lot of trouble every time that that Magister has a purple buff. So we'll have to fear that. Fortunately, though, as an assassin, this is not a joy where magic damage is the source. So you can actually build on Wind of Nature for this specific choice. Sepat, can you actually take out Magister after the ultimate? Maybe.
Yeah.
Nah, don't even try.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he just has to be a threat, right? He just has to constantly just be there while the rest of the HomeBois are going to drag and pull this Lord time and time again because they always have to deal with him on the bottom side, especially if he has a wave, right?
Yeah, that's great
Long
though
lane
because
play.
yeah, he puts the pressure there. So you're forced to either just let him go, do we commit to this Lord? Someone's got to do diligence to handle that, right? And for now, you can see them already rotating down. Sepat, though, he'll just patiently wait. He'll continue to do that as this Lord fight, as this Lord dance ensues, but it is going to reset for now, so both teams trying to just kind of feel out the situation, right? Now, one thing that is difficult here is who's going to start it. Which one? Zorn is actually looking for his own.
I mean, the Way of the Dragon just got committed earlier on towards Kid Bomb, besides starting Warlord to actually jump with the Demonic Force. And now it's going to be asked for Echoes to give the confirmation. Penalty zone comes on in the combination. It's nice. Won't focus forward. Hits it. CB is gone. No jungler for the HomeBois once again. And they just back off. No need to commit any further. Two flickers already down. And Magister walks up. He wants this. He wants it bad. And now they're taking their time. Fracture is already out. Harvey's trying his best to maintain space away from Suppa. That sword down. Ryzel gets a kick onto Kid Bomba. Magister is able to score this Lord, and now they're on the run. 2-for-2 trade. But the Lord...
Oh!
I spoke too soon. Make it a 3-for-2 trade with the Lord in the hands of DEUSVULT.
I think that DEVU really happy with that trade. They only lost their XP lane as well as their roamer. Maybe the only thing that will bite them in the end is them losing the mid lane turret, but overall, man, they got that Lord and they burst out Chibi. I gotta say, man, Carvey, usage of this grenade launcher, this Ben's Rage, it's just so good. I think there was only one time where he missed, but I think 3 out of 4 was able to kill off people.
Yep, Sabut should be able to get out of this no problem. Oh, some smooth moves coming out of him. But in the meantime, it's still going to be the advance coming in from DEUSVULT. They've got the Lord empowered minions. They got Lord pushing on that top side, but it kind of looks a little staggered here. DEUSVULT are not walking with this Lord.
Itemization-wise, though, where's it fall into place? It's pretty much even across the board, though.
Yeah, it's
oh my
pretty
god,
even.
wait, Ryzel, what's going on here? He just got shut down. He needs to heal with a Haas Claw. Alright, he's finally good. GB has been taking so much damage, but here comes Sunset Lover, right? He wants to get GB. Warlord's going to try and block it, but he can't stand too close to him. If not, the splash damage is going to be too much. Tier 2 is going to break on the top side and probably even the mid side here. And Suppa, again, just being an absolute nuisance on the bot side of the map.
And all of the things that Sepat was able to do, it was just erased by one Lord fight. Because now they're leading. Sepat does have the immortality.
Oh, no.
And 4 members converging on him.
Help.
Oh my god.
Shot, gonna miss.
Oh, the skill shots. We're waiting for it. No way they just let him walk away like that.
Oh.
They're scared.
They're happy with immortality.
It's
Happy
a
with
warning letter.
Yep.
They're just like, here.
Yep.
Don't do it again.
You know when you purposely, I don't know if this is what they were doing, but when you purposely missing the shots, the warning shots, wow, right?
Ooh.
But here's the thing.
Ooh.
At this point in the game, and as you got a glimpse of the items and even the damage dealt here, this is what we talked about. That what is it called? The Novatrix combination?
Novatrix, yeah.
At one point, it is going to be, instead of the Bennett's Rages, if those setups aren't like we've seen before, then he's just going to be going for the, the snipe shots alongside Sunset Lover, who has been on point for the most part.
That's right. Honestly, Carvey just plays this differently. He relies on the Bennett more than the Renner. Because usually the Novatrix combo is like Astrosphere into the Sniper from the Renner's Apathy in combination with each other. With the increased hitbox, you kind of also rely on that too. But this time what they're doing is actually utilize Kid Bomba. Like I said, the penalty zone is the bigger ticket ultimate here because it literally locks down people. And it's enough for the Bennett's Rages. It's kind of for them to be taken out. And I don't know if HomeBois are well equipped around it.
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget about the placement of it, right? It kind of forces specifically Chibi around these neutral objectives to decide, do I have to keep pressing forward with the mortal coils and then be caught out in the open without anti-CC, or pull back and just eat the entire open? Here we go. Penalty zone as well as Sawa coming in huge with the Minoan Fury. Zorn, the next to fall. That's 2 boys already down with 2 flickers, 4 ultimates from the side of DEUSVULT.
That's well worth it because now, right, they cannot fight. HomeBois cannot fight this. Well, DEVU, they can just even like zone out Chibi here. There's no chance for them to contest this Lord. A well worth it investment from DEVU.
They got to defend. Again, decisive here from DEVU. What a series this has been already, back and forth. We've seen HomeBois defend against this situation before, even be down even further than this. We'll see if they can pull it off once again, but the placement is something they have to watch out for. The positioning, taking care of Rizel as well. A lot of the times, again, Zapata's just, he's got a split push. That's the most part. He's trying to put pressure there.
There could be a pinch onto
they're going to go for the sandwich.
Carvey is showing up first. He's used
the tactical
roll. He flickers out. He gets knocked up, and even the Retribution as well as the Minoan Fury being committed here. Zorn emotes, knowing that, man, that's a lot of resources for one of my boys. In the meantime, Rizel is going to be chunking down the Lord on that top side.
Look at them. The death ball.
The Bandage Rage. And they even come into the Windows of Nature. Oh, my God. Everything being thrown at the HomeBois. First inhibitor is going to fall. Second one, next GP is so low. Magister goes for the fracture on towards Zorn's side. But now Kid Bomba really disrespecting with a penalty zone. How far can he actually go? His 2 inhibitors will fall, and a third one is about to be committed to as well, as DEUSVULT are finding their win conditions. They take everything away from the HomeBois.
Massive high ground siege. You can see the DEVU Death Ball literally just grouping up together. You can see it coming from a mile away, but the HomeBois can't do anything about it. Even Rizel had to use the Wind of Nature just to dodge the Bennett's Rage because it's used in a way that you trap people in. DEVU are just so well equipped with this Death Ball strategy.
Oh, it's been brutal. It's been so brutal, right? Like, specifically Sunset Lover. He's coming out with an almost perfect game here. 7-0 and 8. Hasn't died a single time. Doesn't miss a shot that he doesn't want to miss on purpose.
Yeah, it's all lining up properly and perfectly here for DEVU. And at the same time, you got to ask yourself, HomeBois, what do we do? Right? A lot of the times we're just trying to farm up, trying to get positioning here where we can, but look at the pressure being put on. Not only that, but you have to deal with the initiation possibilities, whether it's from Kid Bomba or Sawo on either of those, and at the same time, make sure that once again, Rizel is alive and well, right? And really making the decision too, do we still try to go for some split pushing? Because so far it's been minutes now, and we still don't see any of that base turret being down. So you got to say DEVU's been doing a great job at handling some of that side lane pressure.
Then again, the only thing that I can do is probably split at this point, but you're going to be looking at DEVU. They have adjusted accordingly. They know how to deal with this split push that Sepat is doing. They're eyeing all the right pushes. They're getting out safely, and they're controlling it once again. And they will wait for another Lord. What they're going to do, they're going to find Rizel again. This time, Rizel will have the Purify.
And I mean, we'll see whether or not he gets caught out here because again, there's still. Oh, okay. Astral Echo's being used. All they see is Zorn. They don't spot Sapat just yet, so now they're going to start repositioning for their own purple buff once more. But again, the maintenance is important here, right? Chibi, he starts pulling out this Lord. He's going to eventually reset it once his boys have kind of set the housekeeping done.
I think, again, you see the side lane pressure being put here on the bottom side, you're also going to have to watch out for Zorn if he goes in with his own conceal, looking for a setup here. But still, Lord going to be worked on. They have to respect it.
Okay, Bomba tries to jump in on towards Ryzel. Overshot it. Immortality is down. GB blocks the shot. They back off. And here comes with Zorn in the back. Salvo flickers forward. And now even Subbot getting in the middle of the fight. Carby takes out Warlord initially. Winter Truncheon coming in for the side of Subbot. Even with heavy left hand shield, it just stayed enough. The damage is too much to take. They back away. And now, where's the shot? Oh, both skills shots. This time not connecting.
But they will get the Lord again. Wonderful Lord that's coming out from DEVU. I mean, even when Kid Boba missed the shot because he overshot his ultimate, it didn't matter because the nature of DEVU's draft is just way too good. I really love this Minotaur priority from them because there's really no answer coming out from HomeBois.
Yeah. That's what's difficult. Again, going back to the question, you know, when you're dealing with the Terizla, the Minotaur, and then you're getting a shot from, you know, all angles or even from a long distance from Carvey or Sunset Lover, it's really hard to play around. So you're looking for your own favorable situation. And at the same time, Ryzel has to be very crucial on his positioning. We'll see if they can defend here.
Here they're trying to muscle on through penalty zone as Zorn is already down. Can't make the play. GB's trying to peel as much as he can, but he gets chunked down. No man mortality. You know when Fury comes out. Warlord with the demonic force tries to get on top of Carvey's side. Ryzel holding on strong, but they're going to muscle their way right into base to forcefully end this game for the HomeBois. That's GG, well played. DEUSVULT 2-1.
DEVU comes out swinging against the Malaysian champions. HomeBois, they win the series. What a performance here.
They have revived their chances of getting to the knockout stages. They went 2-1, same with Geek Fam. And for HomeBois, it's tricky because after winning their first series, now they're 1-1.